Progress.
Derek, you on mute?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, okay. No, you had asked me to call you?
Yeah, because now this is more of like a show for you. Yesterday, you hopped on the tail end of it, something I already had going on.
Oh, okay.
But this one, yeah, we could talk more freely now that I did the show because of you.
Oh, wow. Didn't know that.
I mean, I had information on it already, like it was building up to it. But
Right,
because
right.
you showed the video, I said, you know what, let me just do a show with this one. Yeah, brother.
Did you get a chance to see the rest of the video?
Yeah, I watched it all. That's why,
Oh,
see, you must then watch this because I clipped other things.
no,
I'm
at work. That's wrong. Yeah, I'm working
Okay,
right now.
yeah. 'Cause they closed out by letting their guest, the daddy guy, finish up. Yes, I watched the whole thing. They are really against that 14th. They are really against that 14th Amendment, bro.
Well, if you look at it from an overview, right? From 1865 till today, we have had a problem as a people directly with the government of the United States.
Which government, federal or state?
The federal government.
Okay, explain that. Because I thought I was state. I thought issue with state governments.
No.
Like,
I'm saying
okay,
us,
so like
I'm
for example,
yes.
yeah. Like for example, did the federal government institute Jim Crow, or was that states' rights?
Did the federal government institute
Jim Crow,
Jim
was that
Crow?
the states? Yeah, was that the
When
states?
was Jim Crow instated?
Jim Crow
I
stated
could,
right about 1880, right when the Union troops left the South, and when Jim Crow ended Black Reconstruction.
okay, Jim Crow was the
Yes.
end of Black Reconstruction.
Yeah, but
And that was
instituted by
1880?
around there, but it's instituted by the Klan.
Okay. So when was the Klan incepted?
Okay, the Klan was 1865, right when emancipation popped off. The Klan and not just them, but the women's suffrage movement at the same time. Dude, I do this, man. Like this is my country.
I'm just trying to get a picture here.
Yeah. Cool.
So what I'm saying, okay, so the 14th Amendment happens, okay, and then the Klan is incepted.
Yeah, 1865.
So when the 14th Amendment went into play, the Klan was incepted?
They were already here, bro.
At the same time?
Okay. You're just talking now. You're just babbling.
No, I'm asking a question.
Right, and I'm giving answers, and you're repeating what I did not say. I said 1865.
Right.
Right when we were freed, emancipated. Two groups spawned: the Klan and the women's suffrage movement. Okay.
The women's suffrage movement?
Yeah, you know anything about that?
No.
Right. Okay. Modern feminists, right? Today.
Okay. So the women of the Klan, basically.
No.
This was a Black group?
White.
These are white people.
Yeah. White
women.
women.
So the Klan was white and the ladies group.
But they had different actions, different thoughts. So no, they're not one and the same. They're totally different.
Okay. So now as a whole, what was the Klan's job?
I don't know their job. I don't know how they employed each other. I don't know how they paid, but I know what they did.
No, I'm saying like as an organization, what was their now that we can look back at it.
Okay, their job was, if you want to say job in quotation, their job was to strip us from our 14th Amendment rights.
Their job. Hold on. So in 1865, we got 14th Amendment rights, and the Klan.
No, 965, buddy, 965. Dude, you're doing hey, look, you should read this stuff in advance because just trying to learn on the fly is not working, bro.
No. I'm trying to get your overview.
Okay, no,
of what
forget about mine. Forget about mine. I only repeat history, right? So all I'm doing is reciting history. So you keep trying to make it about me and family. Yes, they do. He did it yesterday. They keep trying to
Okay,
personalize the information. It's not my shit, bro. I'm just
no,
reading what's documented, man. I keep
right.
saying that.
And I'm trying to understand the
So no,
documents that you're
okay, but
reading.
you don't then you no Google. Okay, go off your memory. Stop asking me because shit getting annoying now. So I want you to talk and whatever, but it's being goofy. I'm giving you date. I'm saying events, and you're mixing shit up on purpose. How about this? Stop asking me questions and go in.
Okay, so 14th Amendment happens in 1865. We're freed as a people.
No, it did not.
Boom.
But go ahead.
No?
The hell going on here?
Okay, so 1865, we weren't freed as a people? Or am I missing something?
You're missing screws in your head, but finish.
Because this is what I was taught in school. In 1865, the slaves were freed. Period. That's what I learned. Now, the 14th Amendment happened after 1865?
But you learned that in the Morris Science School?
No, I learned that in public school. Slaves were freed in 1865.
That's coming off like it's the Morris Science School. But I'm listening, bro. I'm listening to you now.
What do you mean?
Your time.
When did
I'm listening to you.
Okay, maybe I'm older than you. Maybe history was taught different to you. But I was taught that slaves were freed in 1865. That's what Juneteenth is. Or am I wrong?
I'm listening. I'll tell you at the end.
So now in 1865, we were free. Now the Klan was put into conception at the same time. Now the Klan's whole premise was to run people off of this land they call the South. And they did a very good job.
Off this. Wait, so they wanted to run us to the where?
Where do we run to? Chicago, Philadelphia, Illinois?
That's not what. Are you serious? So you talk about the Great Migration? You know what year that was? The Great Migration?
Where was the first? The first great.
So I asked him a question.
The first Great Migration is between 1890 and 1920.
Yeah. So how you run from? We're talking about the Klan.
We
just said 1865, and you just jumped.
Right. The Klan
25 years.
The Klan was incepted in 1865. So by the time they had numbers to do what they needed to do, that would be the 1900s.
So they didn't want us in the South, you're saying. They want us to go to the North.
Isn't that what happened?
Okay.
If they were all free, think about it.
You asked a question. Slow down. Slow down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I asked a question, and you give me back like an answering question form. Dude.
Yes, they wanted us off the land. Yes, that's correct.
And they wanted, and so they didn't want cheap labor. Yes. They didn't want sharecrop. They didn't want convict leasing. They didn't want none of that initiative stuff. They didn't want free labor. They wanted us to do labor in the North. And they pick their own cotton. They do their own sharecropping, and they do their own everything. They didn't want us. They didn't want convict leasing, right?
They didn't want convict leasing.
Bro, do you know what convict leasing is?
Yes, I do know what convict leasing is.
Explain.
It's a part of sharecropping.
No. I mean, actually explain it. Like, what is it?
What is convict leasing?
Yeah, what type of action was involved to make it convict leasing at that time? What type of action?
That would be the black codes, right?
Dude, what happened? Convict leasing, these folks literally went through something and they had to do specific work. I'm asking you, what happened during convict leasing? That's not sharecropping. Although it could be that, but it could be coal mining, it could be steel mill. So explain convict leasing. If you know. If you don't, it's fine. Move on.
No, I don't know.
All right, well, it doesn't matter because it happened and go ahead. I thought you knew.
So through convict leasing, did anybody lose anything and somebody gain something?
They lost their freedom and white folks gained money.
Okay, so when a certain color of people loses their freedom, another color gains money.
Well, now, I don't know about the colors, though. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just telling you, the same colored people are losing and another colored people are gaining.
Okay, that's called systemic racism by definition, brother.
That's called systemic racism by definition. Now, how did all this? Okay, you can't have systemic racism because that's a system.
Oh shit, he's a
Right?
nine. Yeah, I tell you, these
No,
guys sound
hold
like
on. Just let me
alt-right
finish.
white supremacists.
Can I finish my thought?
Yeah, he sound like Larry Elder, bro.
Okay, that's fine. However you want to say it is that's cute. I'm just stating facts here.
Facts.
The fact
You're just
is,
saying random stuff, man.
okay, cool, whatever.
Facts about
Because
context ain't nothing.
the time frame, okay, from 1865 to 1965, did black people lose anything?
So wait, because now you're jumping 100 years later. So I want to go back to the Klan runnings off the land. So that's back to my question. So white folks pretty much built the South, like
White
back
folks
up because
built the South?
listen. This guy he just repeat my parrot.
Okay, go ahead, sir. Please,
Okay,
please.
Cool. The after the Civil War, wasn't the South in smoke?
Wasn't the South in smoke?
Right.
That's what was written. Yes.
Okay. So who built it back up? Was it white folks or black folks?
Who built it back up?
Right.
White folks or black folks? You talking about after 1865? There was a coup in 1869. I mean, excuse me, 1889.
I'm just asking who built the South back up. I'm just asking. Was the cheap labor from Foundation Black American, or was it white people working hard? That's all.
Was it
hard working black folks?
Hard?
Yeah. Under duress and coercion and all type of threats from white folks for little to nothing, or was it white folks working hard, good proud boys out there just building the country back?
None of the above.
Shit. So who was it? Aliens that came down and built up the South?
No, the South was never destroyed.
Brother, the economy of Alabama.
The economy never. Okay. So, all right. Well, how about this? Where did all the gold go from 1865?
I'm not a leprechaun. I don't know.
Hold on, sir. Because this is what you're. Listen,
I'm saying,
sir,
I'm not a leprechaun. I don't know.
I didn't ask you that because I'm talking about.
You said where the gold go? I don't know. I don't know where's me gold.
Sir, can you let me? You said
you asked me a question. I said go in. Look, so you keep asking questions.
Where did the gold go? So now
I'm not a leprechaun.
You're talking about it. You're not a leprechaun. So was the economy in 1865 to 1932? Was it gold and silver?
Good.
Yes or no?
It was rice. It was sugar cane. Yeah, so you had bartering systems. They were not giving people gold.
So there was no gold and silver.
Okay, so here's this guy. I say something. Yeah, how old are you, bro?
I'm 54.
God, man.
There was no pennies, nickels, and dimes, dollar pieces, silver dollars in 1865.
Hey, yeah. Okay, so you know the currency was all over the place, right?
No, the currency was not all over the place. It was only two currencies.
So, oh my God. All right.
There's only always been two currencies. What are you saying? There's gold and silver.
So, okay, hold on.
Still today, only.
Okay, you're just talking now. Stop. I'm gonna challenge that. Yeah. Oh my God. So when the Irish came over here, and when they were working the railroads, and when they were like in the steel mills and in the coal mine, they were getting paid silver and gold.
What were they getting paid?
And I'm asking you. You come back and ask me.
They were getting paid dollars, right?
A note.
American notes, right? And
wait.
Hold on.
So stop doing that.
Yes.
So wait, stop. Okay, let me hold it. Because now so now there's a third currency. You said silver and gold, and now you're saying a dollar bill. Okay, hold on, slow down.
Yes, paper money, greenbacks.
Okay, slow down. So now that dollar bill, was that like a federal standard, or was that each state pretty much printed their own notes?
Each state printed their own notes until 1912.
No. Actually, after the Great Depression.
What? After the Great Depression?
Yeah.
No. The Federal Reserve Act of 1912.
Wait, stop.
Circulated.
Because I just want to Google what you're saying now. All right, so you can finish. Because you're saying no, I'm saying yeah. We sound like Destiny Child.
All right,
no. Yeah. Okay, you said now. Let's put this in. So you're saying that from I'm typing it in now. So no more us going back and forth. From 1865 to when? 1912?
1912.
Okay, to 1912. What about it? What about currency?
There was greenbacks and silver and gold.
Okay. Each
state produced their own currency.
So now you agree with me.
Hold on. Their currency was backed by gold.
But you just said no earlier.
Hold on, sir. Which one is the stronger currency?
Wait. Hey, bro, listen. Hey, family.
Yes.
Yes, wait, slow down. You asked a question, so family. I studied how how white people used to create banks. They would give people gold, insurance, and that's when fiat money was created. They would give them notes. So all those notes were not backed by gold, bro.
Which ones?
When the banking system was created, okay, dude, what are we doing, dude?
What,
when the banking system when the banking system was created,
right?
I remember this, it's like 30 years ago. I remember that they took people gold and silver and they gave them a note in exchange. They said this equals that amount. So what they did was, dude, can you just be quiet so I could talk to the chat?
Okay, go ahead.
Right. So when that happened, they was giving out more notes to people, more promissory notes. They were giving out more notes than the silver and gold that they had in their vault, because they used to like banks do now. You give them money and they'll loan it out to somebody else, and they kept doing that. So there's a lot of notes out there, and although it said it was backed by gold, and they said that, but this individual's private person could not do it. Had everybody came and wanted the thing, and this actually what led to the Great Depression, family. This is called a bank run. When people want to trade their dollar bills in for gold and silver, and the banks don't have enough to fill everybody's order, that's a big one for one, and it crashes economies. But let's go back. So from now you're agreeing with me. So but let's keep anyway. From 1865 1912, you're saying that there was gold and so there was gold and silver, right?
Yes.
Okay, and there was a note, right?
A greenback.
Promissory note. And a promissory note from each state.
Yes, right? Greenbacks. That's what they were called.
Promissory. Hold on. Greenbacks. Okay, cool. And okay. So now what next?
What happened next?
Yeah, because you said that for a reason. You said from 1865, because you was making a point. You said and you said each of these promissory notes were backed by gold, right?
In the South, yes.
Okay, so each of these promissory notes were backed. This boy, he let that down. Confederate South were backed by gold in the South. So each person with a promissory note could return it for gold or silver, right?
Yes.
Right?
Correct.
Without anyone missing out, right?
What do you mean anyone missing out? What does that mean?
That means that nobody can go back and there's no gold and silver for that promissory note. So each person, in other words, there was enough gold and silver for each person with a gold and silver promissory note.
Yes, in the South. Okay. Yes, correct.
All right, and what else with that? So you said that to say what?
Well, I'm saying that to say this. If the South had gold and silver, what did the United States government really want? Because at that time, The United States government didn't have gold or silver.
Okay, wait, let me add it in there. And at that time, the United,
The North, yes.
the North, yeah, these guys, yeah, we got Clayton Bigsby on the call, and the North did not have gold, right?
Their money wasn't gold and silver. Their money was the dollar.
And silver. So they just had, so the North, hold on, the North had promissory notes that weren't backed by gold, right?
Yes.
Right?
Correct. That's been proven.
And this is the reason why the North really went to war with the South, and it was for the gold and not because of the secession, right? Right? Or to free slaves, or to free the slaves, right?
Well,
you don't sound too sure.
No. Well, if you want to say free slaves, the slaves have rights.
Oh shit, bro! I'm just trying to fact check. I don't care about that. I'm just no. So slaves had rights.
Yes.
So and it was where they go. So slaves had rights.
Yeah, I still got to clean it. Yes.
Okay, so why did Dred Scott? So why did Dred Scott have any rights?
What?
You said slaves had rights.
I'm asking.
I said no, but I'm asking you now. Did they had? No, wait, that's not, bro. You asked me what I believe from based off my history, and I'm asking you now. Did they have rights?
Yes.
Family?
I believe so.
Family?
I believe so.
This brother, don't take this personal. He's worse than any Tether, as far as ideology. He's worse than any Tether. I wouldn't, family. I don't think I would ever hear Tether say this. He's worse than any Afrocentric. He's worse than probably a black conservative. I ain't never heard nobody. This is these Moors, man. Ugh. Okay, so black people had. Okay, cool. I know you guys said you're Moorish American. Okay,
no, I'm American.
Cool.
Don't put words in my mouth, homie, because you'll never do that in my face.
Yeah.
I never said I was
he's a 58-year-old tough guy. He's a senior citizen tough guy who's being cooked. Come on, man.
You ain't calling me something and I'm not.
Bro, come on. All these tough guys.
I never asked you to call me a Moor.
Listen.
I never said I was.
But I know what you are, man. I know. I took off your hood. Your Clayton Bigsby hood, and I see it. But anyway.
You don't know me, bro.
But can you answer my question? Why you deflect?
What's your question?
Did free blacks have rights?
Did free blacks have rights?
Yes.
Under the 14th Amendment? Yes.
No, there's no such thing as free black under the 14th Amendment. See, your history
So those blacks, yes, had state rights.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So why did Martin Robinson Delaney wanted to leave the country and go to Nigeria? Do you know his motivation? He was a free black.
I don't.
No rights. No rights.
Okay.
Yeah, no rights that a white man's bound to respect.
Okay.
Not this him.
So you're saying that particular man didn't have rights. So is that particular man, was he?
So you said they had state rights. Wait. Okay, fine. Like I could make up a name. Okay, that's not the big deal. So now, what states' rights did they have? I think people want to know that. What state rights did the enslaved people have and free blacks have?
The constitutional rights, the Bill of Rights.
So they had rights that was supposed to be respected. Okay, so why are they? So were they enslaved?
You said free blacks, right?
I'm saying both.
So I'm asking, okay, so if the free people had rights, constitutional rights, the people that you're saying are slaves, are they really slaves or are they just employees of these people?
So if they wanted to pick cotton and they wanted to like around the clock 24/7 and they wanted to be butt broken and they wanted to be used as guinea lab rats, practice eugenics, and they wanted to do sugar cane for no money, for no gold. So they had gold too. They had gold and silver and promissory notes as well.
Sounds like it.
Huh?
It sounds like it.
You sound like Clayton Bigbie. All right, but go ahead, finish.
I don't even know who that is. But all I'm saying is, hold on, sir. For real. Because you are a voice for Black people. Foundational Black Americans.
Foundational Black Americans. The lineage. Let's just say the lineage. I'm only a voice for the lineage. That's on code, by the way. They gotta be on code though.
Cool. Because I'm American. I'm not fundamental. I'm not foundational.
I don't speak for you. And you're definitely not part of my lineage.
Right. Because you're not probably from the South.
Citizen. Yeah, sure. Dude, just finish. Just finish. But come on.
But now, from 1865 to 1912, was there a separate currency? Was the dollar, when was the dollar backed by gold?
To educate us. I don't know.
1933. Yeah, 1933, right? Yeah. With Roosevelt.
I don't know. I'm just listening to you at this point because I don't know anything. I thought I knew something, but I didn't know free blacks had state rights. I didn't know. Okay, so is there a difference between state rights and federal rights? Is there a difference?
Obviously it is, because we're all under the 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment only gives you a certain amount of your actual Bill of Rights, right? You get the First Amendment, the Second Amendment.
Let me ask you this.
Yes. You're not getting the 9th and the 10th Amendment.
Okay.
So why is that?
Wait.
What is the 9th and the 10th Amendment? Why is it eliminated from your citizenship?
Slow down.
Yes,
sir. So these employees who are picking cotton and creating. So did John Brown exist? The abolition of John Brown, did he go around killing white people because he wanted black folks to be free from their employers? Okay. Did that exist?
I don't know.
Come here.
It's a story.
Okay. So what about Nat Turner? Did Nat Turner rebellion?
I don't know. That's a story.
Okay. What about Harriet Tubman?
It's a story. Where are her relatives? Where are his relatives? Where's the guy, John?
What about those employees? Did they come from Africa or no? Or they already were they already here?
That's what you believe. Oh.
Now I'm asking what you believe. I'm like,
no,
I know what I believe.
As far as I know, no. Hell no.
They were already here?
Well, yes.
And they asked, yes. and the white man, did he come? Was he already here too, or did he actually come from Europe?
He came here from all over the place, not just
I'm saying, but
not just Europe.
Okay, cool.
Asia.
So cool.
Where's Russia?
But the first settlers. Wait, Russia was not here. So the first settlers, the Spanish, the English.
Russia wasn't here.
And dude.
Yes.
Just ask the question. So those white colonists, not colonists, those white settlers, when they came over here, did they war with the native people here or no?
They warred with the American Indians. Yes, they did.
Cool. And then, but they gave the other indigenous people applications.
What other indigenous people?
Well, the other people that were here. The employees.
Wait, what?
The employees. Where did they come from? Were they already here?
Who are the employees?
You just said that they work for.
Are they different people? Or are they
I don't know.
People as the people who own the land?
I'm asking. Oh, so the people, okay. So they're working for themselves. So they were not white no more. So that nobody's white.
In the South. So in the South? Have you ever? Yes, in the South, yes. In the South, before 1865, it was a black Congress.
No, but
in the South.
I'm asking about the employers that ran the
The
plantations.
employees look like the same people they was
Brother,
employed.
I'm asking about the employers, not the employees. I'm saying the employers that had the slave plantations. Were they white or black?
Black. They're the same people. They're the Americans.
All right,
So
well,
you said,
look, listen, I didn't say anything. Why do you keep doing that? I'm learning
no,
from,
I'm
I'm
asking.
learning.
Okay. Go
You
ahead.
can't ask me. I don't know. Cause I
Okay,
thought I
go
knew
ahead.
something, but I don't. No, I
Go
want
ahead.
you to go. So now, I think I heard enough where I don't know what I know anymore. So now I'm gonna go on mute, and I want you to go without me cutting you off anymore. That's all. So I was trying to get where we were going, and now I see that I thought I knew something, but I don't. So now I want you to go, and you're not just talking to me, you're talking to the chat as well. Okay? So I'm gonna go on mute because I don't want to interrupt you. I don't want you to say I was cutting you off, and I want you now to cook. Teach us, and if I have any questions, I will ask you, okay?
Where would you like me to start?
Wherever you need to. Matter of fact, 14th Amendment, why that came about, the real reason, and what it did destructive to us, and how to get rid of it.
Well, the 14th Amendment.
So I'm going to mute. I don't want to cut you off. I'm going to mute. Go ahead.
The 14th Amendment took you from a state citizen, which you were called an American Indian, to a federal citizen, to a fictitious situation. So now you're called an African slave. But these people never left their land. These people have been cropping, farming for years. But now, after the 14th Amendment, who got them off their land? The government influenced the Klan. For the next, from 1865 all the way to 1965, the Klan has been moving people off their land in the South. Your name, American, has been usurped from you being an American to white folks being an American. But we all know that they all came here. But how did they become American and you still from Africa? 250 years later, people saying that your lineage is from Africa, but nobody can actually trace it back to Africa. All you guys have is a story. But the things that happened here from 1865 to now, these happened. The Klan got you off your land, sent you to other places, and you've been usurped ever since. The 60s, you call civil rights. Okay, they gave the right for everybody else to come in and take your place. The same thing has been happening now. Am I right or wrong? Everything you've had in the last 125 years, somebody else is doing it now. But now everybody's saying that, well, black folks don't want to work. What happened when black folks was doing all these works? Back then in the 60s, being a janitor or something like that, that was looked down upon by white people. But that was a job, working in a factory. But these were jobs that we all had. Why did they send all the factory jobs out of the country to another place? Now we got to buy it. We're the only group of people who became actual people that produce shit to only consumers. Why did that happen to us? That's all I'm asking. Why are Africans coming here and saying that you're a slave? I ain't been a slave ever. I can't even find slavery in my family lineage. My family worked on the farm that my actual grandfather's grandfather owned, which is crazy. So all this you're saying that we were slaves, prove that with the records of the country, not by a book that you found in the history. I'm talking about records. Where are the records from the South of the people that's supposed to be slaves? And then if they were slaves, how did they become all federal citizens with rights? Why did they give them rights? They were slaves. They were nobodies. But you're saying the federal government came to help these people, and the federal government's been fucking these people ever since. So explain that to me. Hello? Are you there?
You done that fast? Hello?
My scenario is real quick. Because all of this is just based on these people being slaves. They can't be nothing else. Black people in the South have to be slaves for all this to work. Because if they're anything else, it doesn't work. It's that simple.
Can I read something now?
Sure, you can read whatever you want.
Cool. That's why I let you go. I said, let me let you go. So now go, you don't interrupt me. You know, respect both ways. Okay, so let's talk about this gold stuff. Parents' promissory note. Okay, you have an interesting doctrine I've never heard before. It's like somebody made it up like this year. Okay. All right. Did a white man share this with you? Is what you know, or did you learn it? Like, where'd you learn? Who'd you learn this from?
You didn't learn this from anybody.
Well, you had to. You didn't always know it. You was born with it. It was in your genetics.
No.
Like what history book? Because you said you read. What books you learned this stuff from?
It wasn't. It's from no book. It's from, if you piece it all together. No, because if you think about it, it's not one book that explains the whole thing that happened to Americans on American soil.
Okay, but how many books did you read to understand what you know?
Lots of books, lots of videos, lots of conversations with old people. Lots.
Okay, so now let me read what you told me. Did some fact checking. Quick, like you said, it was short. My fact checking was short. Okay. So based upon what you told me about this 1865, 1912, silver, gold, promissory note, this is my research. You should, I can send you a copy to get to your leader. It says, this is a classic example of historical distortion and conspiracy theory. It says, often promoted by sovereign citizen. And I know you don't say you did that. And it says also Moore's pseudo-legal movement. It says, let's separate the facts from the fiction and break down what's really going on between 1865 and 1912 with gold, silver, and greenbacks in the Civil War. It said the claim summary. The claim is that the South had gold-backed promissory notes and wealth. The North issued fiat currency greenbacks, not backed by gold, right? So you said the North promissory notes were not backed by gold. Is that right?
Yes.
And it said, okay, it said in number 3, the Civil War is really about stealing Southern gold and not slavery or secession, right?
Uh-huh.
Shit. Family. Okay. So here's the historical facts versus false claims. It says, number 1, greenbacks did exist. but they came from the north. Is that true or false?
That's false.
Okay. Where they come from?
Greenbacks came from the north.
Yeah. They started in 1862.
The first dollar bill.
The greenbacks. The reason the word green. So the first greenbacks started in 1862 and was in the north. The Union. The Union North. 1862. So then you have an earlier date with the South.
That's actually correct. My bad.
So it just started. Okay. For the north. Okay. So greenbacks were not initially backed by gold or silver, but were legal tender for all debts except custom duties and interest on government debt, right? Okay. They were issued to finance the war, and that's a necessity due to the scale of military spending. So the Legal Tender Act of 1862 authorized the creation of these greenbacks. Now watch this. The South did not have gold-backed currency, so that's false. The Confederacy South printed its own currency called Confederate dollars. You ever heard of that?
Yes, I did. I have.
How come you didn't mention it?
The Confederate dollar is what they're called.
Well,
Each
no, I'm saying
state had a dollar.
Got it. You said, okay, this is what you said to us. Though. You said gold, silver, greenbacks. Greenbacks come from the north. How can you mention what came from the south? The Confederate dollar came from the south.
The Confederate dollar, yes, which was backed by gold.
No, but you only said, okay, fine. But anyway, it wasn't backed by gold. These were not backed by gold or silver. They were backed by a promise to pay after the war, assuming they won. Because the Confederacy was never recognized as a legitimate country and eventually lost, Confederate currency became worthless. The Southern economy collapsed under hyperinflation, not gold security. Watch this. Number 3, the Civil War was never fought over gold or currency. The real reason for the Civil War, the core issue was slavery, specifically expansion of slavery into new territories, preservation of the Southern, you say you want to cut me off, the preservation of the Southern slave-based economy, white supremacy and state sovereignty over federal law. Even Confederate leaders like Alexander Stephens, VP of the Confederacy, admitted this in speeches like the Cornerstone speech. Have you ever heard of the Cornerstone speech?
Yes, I actually have.
So did you know that he admitted this in there? He declared that slavery was the foundation of the Southern cause of why they fought. Is he lying, or what's going on with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
The question is, are they slaves or are they employees?
Nah, we don't care. He said that.
Oh,
and he's from the South.
Don't care.
Okay. Yeah, we don't care. Right. So gold and silver redeemability was a national issue, not North versus South. After the war, the U.S. moved towards a system of redeemable paper currency. The Specie Payment Resumption Act of 1875. This is 10 years after, after Emancipation, 10 years after. Reinstated gold backing by so gold backing didn't start until 1879. Okay, so the debate between hard money, gold, silver versus soft money, greenbacks was nationwide and continued through the populist era. It says, the free silver movement, William Jennings Bryan's Cross of Gold speech, 1896. We got people sourcing up. They got speeches. Now, number 5. There was no secret northern plot to steal Southern gold. The claim has no historical evidence and is not supported by any mainstream academic historian. It is often based on pseudo-historical interpretations, cherry-picked facts, or completely fabricated documents. Basically, white supremacy, plebiscite Babel. Why do sovereign and Moors groups promote this? Because their belief system relies heavily on financial conspiracy theories, claims the U.S. currency system is illegitimate, e.g. Federal Reserve, fraud, fiat money, theft. They believe in returning to gold or silver-backed economy tied to natural rights, frames the federal government as a corrupt corporation established after the Civil War or in 1933 are false. So the federal government, was it here before or after 1933?
The federal government was here before. How do you think the 14th Amendment was in place?
Cool. These groups often mix real historical events like the introduction of greenbacks with completely false motives or interpretations, like gold being the real cause of war. Okay, so the final verdict. Claim. The North used greenbacks during the Civil War. True. The other claim. The South had stronger gold backing. Completely stupid false. The Civil War was fought over gold. Retarded. People redeemed greenbacks for gold during the war. Just the most retarded thing that any human being could say. Like people with no formal education, no nothing, would say some dumb shit like that. This is okay. Here's the other claim. This is a valid basis for a sovereign citizen ideology. Okay, completely discredited. Okay, so everything you said.
What exactly is a sovereign citizen?
Huh?
What is that? What is a sovereign citizen?
You.
No, I'm not. I go to work every day. I pay taxes.
Yeah. No, but there's no such thing of it, right? You would claim that there's no such thing.
No,
I answer you.
That's an oxymoron. That's like saying
right.
the African American.
No, but that's you though. We think you're oxymoron. Like we think everything you said so far was moronic.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So if the question that you're saying is moronic, so what happened in 1933?
I got something better. Hey, bro, where do you teach this at? Like the video you sent me yesterday, or there's other place that we can research?
You can talk to them guys. They did a video. Did you call them?
No, I'm saying, like, what's the goal?
The goal is they say.
No, hold on. I'm asking a question. If the goal is to teach the American public this version of history.
Yes. Yes. Because the white people that came here didn't have nothing. But you're saying they had something. I want you to show me what did they have? Because you just explained to me the U.S. government had fictitious bills.
I never said that.
Now there's pennies, nickels, and dimes.
I never said that. No. Well, we don't believe
it was fiat currency.
Because everything, but that's not fictional.
What is fiat currency?
It's called a promissory note. It's promising that the Confederacy did it too. So the Confederacy had fictional notes too. You just said there was a Confederate note as well.
Okay.
So that they both was promising some backing after the war. This was so they both did it though. You was acting like one side. Yeah.
No, hold on. This is what I'm leading up to. In 1933, 5,000 tons of gold were confiscated.
Where are you reading from?
Streets.
Wait, hold on. Where are you reading from?
What? Where am I reading what?
That from?
That is from the historical. From
what
Google,
literature are you reading? Because you're actually reading. You're not doing. I was reading. Now you're reading. Okay, so where are you reading that from?
I'm not reading nothing.
But that's not coming off the top, man. You're
what
reading
do you mean
it.
It's not come off the top.
That's
not what happened. In 1933,
no, I'm saying, but you're reading it though.
I'm not reading anything.
My God, family, what's with these folks, man? So I gotta remove you. I gotta remove you. So he's afraid. Now he can't tell us where he got this from. His sources are like mysterious. He's actually reading. I know where he's reading from. He got one of Sabir Bey books.
Your state's rights, and it made you you went from a state citizen. The 15th Amendment, when they created, was something called the incorporation.
So now, brother, he made a claim and he stopped. So I like to challenge that claim. This is the claim.
Okay.
Doctrine. Okay. So when they created the 14th Amendment, all right, it took away your state's rights. And it made you you went from a state citizen that operated under the Constitution to a federal citizen that operated under maritime law through commerce clauses and codes. So
stop. I think that's bullshit. So now wait, go ahead. Now what?
On. Now what I'm asking from that point, right? So now you're saying that didn't happen, or that's not what happened?
Okay. We're going to read it. Can we read it together?
Okay.
You share my screen?
Okay. No,
so you don't want the research.
No, what I'm asking is, are you saying that what he's
I
saying
didn't say
did
anything.
not
I didn't
happen?
say anything. I didn't say anything. I said I don't know if that's true. It don't sound true. So I'm going to challenge it, and I did, and I'm going to read the research. That's all. I'm
Okay,
not saying
so
anything.
are we trying to
Yeah,
figure out if we came from?
brother. Okay, I'll just read it. I'll just read. I'm not trying to figure out nothing. That sounded crazy, and I'm just going to read it. That's all, brother. Stop being insecure. Let me read it.
No, I'm not.
So
I'm
now
not.
here it is.
No, I'm asking.
So let me read the challenge. I challenge it. Now let me read what I got. Okay, so that's a common misconception, and it's often pushed in states' rights arguments. But it misses the point and context of why the 14th Amendment was created in the first place. Let's break it down clearly and historically. What does the 14th Amendment say? Ratified in 1868 during Reconstruction after the Civil War. Before stop doing that. I'm talking about my son. Stop doing that. You make it a big mess. The 14th Amendment was intended to guarantee citizenship to formerly enslaved Black Americans. And don't say illegal immigrants here, family. And that's not to you. That's for the folks early, like outside the queue. Protect the civil rights of all Americans from abuse by state governments. Then it says establish equal protection under law and due process. It said key clauses. Citizenship clause. Anyone born or naturalized in the U.S. is a citizen. Now we know this context of that. That's not what folks say. Okay, so due process clause. States can't deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process. Equal protection clause. States must provide equal protection to all people under law. Okay, now watch this. Did it take away states' rights? Yes, but only in the sense of limiting states' ability to violate rights. Is that clear? Okay, so states don't know. So it took away states' rights, family. So he killed this. He killed this. So it took away states' rights to violate your rights. They gave them less power. Okay, so now look, it's going to give context.
Wait, hold on, stop.
No. I'm not stopping. No, I don't.
They
Okay,
took away states' rights. You said they
okay,
took
dude.
away
Don't make me mute you, dude, or put you in the back. You're being disrespectful. Now you told me to let him finish, and I let him talk a little more. Now I'm going. You won't let me finish.
Trying to clarify what you
Okay,
said.
now okay, stop. Like you did him. Remember, you did me with him. Let me finish the thoughts, plural.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm reading it. Did it take away states' rights? You hear something and you just stop me. Relax. Okay? You're not getting out of this. We're not getting out of this. You're on the Jumbotron screen. Did it take away states' rights? Yes. Now, I know a lot about federalism. It says yes, but only in the sense of limiting states' ability to violate rights. So you stopped me too early because you thought you had something. So watch this. Okay, so cool. So now you understand, right? So it said before the 14th Amendment, states had enormous power over citizenship, civil rights, voting, and racial law. So family, states had enormous power over your citizenship, civil rights, voting, and racial laws. The Bill of Rights only applied to the federal government, not the states. This meant states could deny free Black people the right to testify. Hey, Dred Scott, are you listening? Own land, vote, or be educated. The federal government could not intervene. See, I know how government started. I know how they had no power, then eventually gained power. Okay, it did not have the right to tax. Well, they had the right to tax, but they had no power to tax because they needed I forgot out of the 13 colonies, they needed a certain amount of states to vote. But it was set up where the government would never be able to influence state matters. Okay, so now look what the 14th Amendment did, and you're cooked, and he's cooked. So after the 14th Amendment, states were no longer allowed to violate. What are you doing, man? Put it up. Go play. Go play. Okay. So now, after the 14th Amendment, states were no longer allowed to violate certain individual rights. So they took away that power from states' rights. So when they say states' rights, bro, they're talking about the actual state, not the people in the states. So states were no longer allowed to violate certain individual rights, especially for newly freed Black Americans. It literally protected us against you, racist as states. It says it gave the federal government the authority to intervene, something they couldn't do before. When states violated civil rights, especially through equal protection, and due process. The Supreme Court began using the 14th Amendment to incorporate the Bill of Rights, meaning it applied not just to the federal government, but now also the states. E.g., states now couldn't deny free speech or fair trial. Why was this necessary? Because of things like black codes, ignoring civil rights protection, and acting as independent mini nations that openly defied federal protections. Okay, so the First Amendment was created precisely because states were abusing their power and denying rights to black citizens. So it didn't take away good states' rights, it checked the abuse of power. Your turn. I'm listening.
I don't understand. What?
Do you have a rebuttal?
My personal opinion is
be careful, because I'm going to use this for another line.
Oh, no problem at all.
So just be, whatever you say can be used against you and re-uploaded, relive.
What I'm asking you is,
ask me nothing. No, I don't have an opinion. I read what it was for. Okay, I don't have an opinion, bro. I read the history and I read it why it happened.
Now it says right here why this was necessary, and it says,
yes, it did.
Passing black codes to keep black Americans in second-class citizens as second-class status. So now, this becoming a federal citizen put black Americans as in second-class status? Is that what that's saying, or am I reading that wrong?
You're reading that like you can't read and comprehend correctly.
It says states, especially southern ones, were passing black codes to keep Americans in second-class citizen status. Okay, my question would be, what status and how did this become from freeing slaves to citizens, from actually being state citizens to actually being federal citizens? So I thought
we didn't read that. No, we didn't read state citizens.
So are we slaves?
We didn't read federal citizens.
Or are we state citizens to federal citizens? That's
neither.
A difference.
No, you're just citizens. You're American citizens.
Are we state citizens going to federal citizenship? Because as I was told, we were.
You were neither. You were neither. You were neither. You were neither.
Okay. Now I understand. Okay, we were neither.
Neither. Okay. So now this was also used. This was also used in 1968 when Jim Crow was running for 100 years. So this was looked at again in 1968 to condemn what the states started to violate anyway.
Okay. All
right. So now let me scroll down. So it says truth. It says truth versus myth. It says so. Here we go. It claimed the 14th Amendment destroys states' rights. False. It didn't destroy states' rights. False. It limited state abuse of individual rights.
Okay.
Claim it was federal overreach. Wrong. Framing it was federal protection of civil rights. It helped end slavery and discrimination. Yes, it provided constitutional backbone for civil rights. Okay, and it said it applies to the Bill of Rights to the states. Yes, through incorporation and doctrine. So I really don't see the pushback and rebuttal. Like you're just chasing.
No. My question would be,
yes,
if the southern states, were they down with this?
Doesn't matter. They lost.
No.
Yeah, they lost. They lost the war. They don't got no say so. They lost.
Okay. So what? How do I? Okay.
Yeah, you can't.
War.
Just accept it.
They had to just accept it.
Yeah, the losers. Yeah, like anywhere else. Like when they fought Germany and beat their ass, and they beat up Japan, they had no negotiating power.
So the war was on paper, or they fought for this?
All right, hey brother, do you agree with the article or no?
No, I understand what you're saying. I'm
No,
just trying.
I didn't say anything. I just read it. See, that's the thing, family. These dudes are horrible. It's like outside. That's why they ain't gonna debate and pay nobody $1,000. See, what he's doing is he's trying to personalize. He keeps saying me, 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 me. It's not about me. I didn't. No. Hey, dude, hold on. Stop talking. I'm talking to the chat now. Okay. These slick talkers like outside the king severe. This is why they won't debate anybody, because they'll make it about you. It was never about me. I just read and debunked his bullshit. And his bullshit was this. Let's go back.
And it made you. Now, the reason why they bucked against the 14th Amendment.
We didn't read anything versus state citizens. No. I'm gonna stop. No, dude. So now you're purposely trying to get kicked off. Now, when they get their ass kicked, family, they purposely start trying to say, "Hold on, I'm not finished. Let me finish. I'm not done yet." To get kicked off. He's still here. Just muting him, bro. You're going to say your piece, but stop. You're a guest. You hopped on, dude. Relax. Okay, so your man got cooked, and you're reaching for straws. You're reaching for nothing. Relax. I got this. You're gonna have a chance because I'm giving you time to rebuttal, and you're not doing it. Oh, let me ask you a question. So right now I'm talking to the chat. Severe Bays, his man's red hair, and himself, $1,000. Stop. These guys, what they do is, and outside the queue, what they do is they try to personalize the information. They try to make it mine. He keeps saying, I hear what you're saying. No, bro, I just read the facts. I read the facts why what the 14th Amendment was about and what it wasn't about. It's to protect you against states violating your rights. It's to limit states' power to violate your rights. Now, this is what your man said.
Something called the incorporation doctrine. Okay. So when they created the 14th Amendment.
Okay, so now I'm gonna go there. I don't even know if that's even true. So let me do that real fast. The corporation doctrine, which I was gonna do. Hey, hold on. Let me scroll up to borrow some of his language. Bear with me. Just bear with me, man. You'll have your turn. Just bear with me. You just start making up shit. Now, I'm as I research this, you can say what you want to say. All right, so unmute yourself. Hey, the girl. Let me just read. Let me just get this thing one more time.
All right. It took away your state's rights.
All right, bro, go ahead. You're off mute. Go ahead, brother. You're off mute.
What are you asking me, sir?
Whatever you want to say.
No, I was just wondering, did all of this happen on the up and up? So you saying they lost the war? So since they lost the war, this is what happened? Okay, fine. That's fine with me. We could go forward with the video.
What do you say? You can ask me what I say. What do you say? Do you think the South has say so? Because we can look that up too. Like, so just keep in mind, whatever you believe, I'm gonna challenge it right now on the line. Okay, that's how I do things. I believe in correct information And if you're right, I'm gonna give you flowers. If you're wrong, I'm gonna say I'm gonna give you daisies, basically. So I don't mind you asking me what I say, but I'm always Google the information. I'm not gonna have an opinion. It's either historically correct or it ain't. All right. So let me read some chats real fast. Let me read some. Then I'm gonna read the research about state citizenship and federal. I'm gonna see if that shit bullshit and wordplay too. Okay, so okay, so work smart, and hard. Got it right. Work smart and hard. I'm gonna give you a lineage rich. And like I got nothing against you, Derek. This is just a conversation of
We're just having a
stuff.
conversation.
Yeah.
I have questions myself.
Yeah, so Forlang says, what does he think that we had to apply for citizenship each time we went to different states? Yeah, right. So you're right, Forlang. So Broad Time said, that's all black phone used to say, put me out. I want to leave this mother anyway. Okay. So let me read down. So work smart and hard. So I believe you say his terms he creates and put it into an AI check. It will identify it won't identify as made up shit. This HIH goes in up like a zombie movie with Tether. Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna go to the research about the latest thing he just said about the doctrine. Okay. So what is the incorporation doctrine? The incorporation doctrine is a lot of times they mention real stuff and misrepresent it. All right. So what is the incorporation doctrine? The incorporation doctrine is a real legal principle, but it's not a conspiracy or a fake law. It refers to the way the U.S. Supreme Court began applying the Bill of Rights to the states through the 14th Amendment, particularly its due process clause. Why? Originally, which we just read, the Bill of Rights only restricted the federal government, not state governments. So that means state governments had freedom, they had liberty. The only person who was restricted by the Bill of Rights, I want you to hear this, bro, Derek. Only people who had restrictions was the government.
Right.
Now, for example, before the 14th Amendment, a state could violate your free speech or deny your jury trial. Do we agree?
Mm-hmm.
And nothing in the U.S. Constitution could stop this. So that's why states can enact slavery. Is nothing another state can say about it. They'll say, mind your business and do your state the way you want to do it. Do we agree?
Okay.
Okay. Do you agree? No. Yes. States acted as their own pretty much country. Yes or no?
Right. They're their own country today.
Okay, cool. So now here it is. The incorporation doctrine fixed that interpretation by the 14th Amendment's due process. So now the word due process steps in via 14th Amendment. This clause mean the states must also respect their fundamental rights. So states now they're being restricted. They have to respect their freedom of speech, right to a fair trial, right to privacy, freedom of religion, right to their arms, protection against illegal searches, which is the Fourth Amendment. Okay, so it said this process started in 1925. Right. This was past 1865, past 1868. This process, that's why I said, bro, this extends during Jim Crow because the states were still doing the things that they said.
He actually read that during that time.
Okay, cool. I'm reading it too. So what I'm saying is, right, but you said something earlier, you keep limited to 1868 and war. And I'm saying, nah, bro, states were still violating their rights. That's why I said 1968. 1968 was the final end. Like, okay, stop. The bullshit y'all doing is wrong. You gotta adhere to the 14 Amendments. All right. So watch this. It says this process started in 1925, Get Low versus New York, and unfolded case by case into the 1960s and 70s. I just said that, especially during the civil rights movement. Right. So now, did the incorporation doctrine take away state rights? No. Not in the way people usually claim, like that guy. The incorporation doctrine did not abolish states, okay? It did not erase state powers, turn everyone into a federal citizen by force. Bullshit. Okay, it said, what did it do? It was limit a state's ability to violate your power. So we keep reading shit over and over. So family, what it did was, the dude just lied. What it simply did was just limit the states from violating your state's rights without any penalties or consequences. So the same example. if the state wanted to ban Black people from testifying in court, the 14th Amendment will protect you. And incorporation of due process now says, no, that's unconstitutional. In that sense, yes, it restricted some abusive state rights, especially the ones used to justify racism, segregation, and unequal justice, the shit you're defending right now. So here's the real deal. Incorporation did not erase state rights. It made sure those rights couldn't be used to trample individual freedom. Now, what about his other shit he said? What about state citizen versus federal citizen? Real or fake? This is where the conversation shifts into conspiracy territory. Yeah, these dudes not my level, man. Give my goddamn $1,000. Okay, so now, state citizen versus federal citizen. He said it. Let's hear it again. These guys, fam, this was on the fly. On the fly. I knew it was bullshit. Okay, hold on. My screen froze 1 second. Let me get back. I knew it was bullshit. Just can't research like me. All right, so now let's go back.
Do with something called the incorporation doctrine. Okay, so when they created the 14th Amendment, all right, it took away your state's rights, and it made you into.
Yeah, he said it took away your state's rights when that's not what it is. This is not individual rights within the state. They limited the state rights to abuse your rights and your freedom. Watch this.
You went from a state citizen that operated under the Constitution to a federal system, federal citizen.
Okay, so now you heard from his own mouth. He said state citizen versus federal citizen. So let's cook that next. Thank you for this video, because I'm going to play this again in the future. Okay, what about state citizen versus federal citizen? Real or fake? This is where the conversation shifts into conspiracy territory used by look, hey family, before you hopped on here, the first thing I said was, bro, I don't believe that more science bullshit. I said, I don't believe that sovereign citizen bullshit. That's all it is, anti-government bullshit.
There's no such thing as sovereign citizen. That's
I got you. I know. A lot of more say that, but I got you. So look. So here's the truth. Okay.
One or the other. You can't be both.
Okay. So here's the truth. You can't be either. Y'all niggas got garbage doctrine. I cook y'all every time I get on. Y'all get cooked. You got nothing. You got no rebuttals. You're quiet. So now watch this, baby. No, get your boss over here, bro. Get your boss, because you're quiet. Well, get your leader. Okay, so there is no legal distinction. Look, family. Now he just said some crazy shit just now. He said it made you go from a state citizen to a federal. One more time. This stupid shit right here. One more time.
So when they used to do with something called the incorporation doctrine,
right?
Okay? So when they created the 14th Amendment, all right, it took away your state's rights, and it made you went from a state citizen that operated under the Constitution to a federal citizen that operated under.
So you believe that? Do you believe we were taken from state citizen to federal citizen? Do you believe that?
Well, hold on.
Yes or no? No. I'm asking you. I'm asking you a question. Do you believe? Look, hey, no, you can't ask the question from the top of the question. You called in. You want to have this conversation, bro. Have this conversation. Do you believe what he just said?
Yes.
All right. So let me cook both of y'all. All right. Here we go. There is no legal distinction between a state citizen and a federal citizen in U.S. law. You are a citizen of the United States and also a citizen of the state you reside in. That dual citizenship has always existed under the Constitution, even before the 14th Amendment. Y'all both dead. Because he said this happened afterwards. They're both dead. Sir, let me finish. Well, no, dude. Okay, I gotta mute you. I gotta mute you. So your family. He's done. You're not ready, dude. You guys are weirdos, man. You can't research correctly. So look, a person may be, look, he just said you went from one to the other. We're reading something totally different. It says the 14th Amendment simply clarified and guaranteed that Black Americans were U.S. citizens, something that racist Dred Scott decision had tried to deny. So it says, so state citizenship gives you rights defined by your state constitution, because you guys know that states also have their independent constitution outside of the U.S. Constitution. Okay, so it says state citizenship gives you rights defined by your state constitution, e.g., voting, eligibility, state taxes, education. It says federal citizenship gives you rights protected by the U.S. Constitution. You are both. There's no conflict. There's no either or. Okay, now, the federal citizen versus state citizen myth is often pushed by groups who want to claim they don't need to pay taxes, drive without licenses, they're not driving, they're traveling, reject federal authority, avoid civil rights protection and accountability. It has no basis in constitutional law and courts routinely rejected. Okay, so unmute yourself, close out, and we're out of here. Yeah, this family, I knew I was going to put them on the fly. I need no preparation. I need no time to gather my thoughts. Got every butt so I can get off.
Why don't you let the video finish?
No, we're done. We're done because he made two claims that was debunked. No, I'm done. Okay,
First of all,
so you go ahead. Go ahead.
May I ask you a question? You.
Go ahead.
So do you feel that we were slaves?
I don't have opinions. I don't have opinions. I don't have opinions. I don't have opinions.
You don't have opinions? So what is your historical fact on our history as a people?
Just respond to what I read, brother. It's either fake news or it's the real dish.
What do you want me to respond to? What was your question?
Okay, not much. Well, I just debunked everything your man said.
No, you didn't.
Okay, so respond to this.
You did not
is this fake?
You didn't even let him finish what he said. So how can
the 2 points, I don't gotta hear a whole lecture.
Was prove that what he's about to say is correct.
But he already made claims, and I challenged him.
First of all, sir, respectfully, you haven't done anything because you don't know who is the American in this picture right now in this scenario in 1868, and who's the foreigner?
You're not. That don't work with me, bro. I'm a seasoned debater.
And who is the foreigner?
I'm a seasoned brother. You won't rabbit hole me.
The 14th Amendment and signing it, and it being signed in a coup. Who is the American and who is the United States
family,
which you call a foreigner?
Family, did I call this? I said this was sovereign. This is plebiscite ballot.
This is not.
This is plebiscite ballot.
This is actually your history as an American. It says an American has sweet potato pie. And if you want to believe you were a slave, and that's fine. Foundational Black Americans are Americans by nationality. And the sweet potato pie that they eat is their heritage as an Indian. That's been here for thousands of years. Look that up.
The only issue I had.
You became a federal citizen and you gave up your constitutional state rights. What are the constitutional state rights? Because there's 10 of them. And when you became a 14th Amendment, you didn't get the most important one, which is the 9th and the 10th one. Look it up.
I ain't gonna look it up. Tell us.
I'm not debating you. I'm telling you what Cornell law and the motherfucking Constitution says.
Oh, don't start cursing because you got cooked.
Finish the video. He will explain that to you also.
Okay. He was wrong twice.
No, whatever. Let him finish.
And no, because I don't miseducate on my channel.
Exactly, sir. I don't. And that's fine. And if you actually had any kind of actual humbleness about you, you would at least listen. But since you don't, since you think it's all psycho babble, and you wouldn't understand, it's the 14th Amendment. Since you became a federal citizen, motherfuckers have been fucking you up as a people ever since.
Can you stop cussing? Can you stop cussing in my live? Oh, period. Can you stop cussing on my live, man? You're gonna get me.
I'm sorry for cussing. I'm actually emotional.
Yeah, I know why.
I
we
was
got a lot
born
of
here. My
misinformation.
mama was born here. My grandmother was born here. My great
That's
grandmother
fine.
was born here.
But your
Her mother
your
was
twisted
born here.
understanding on constitutional law is flawed. Is garbage. It's
If you let
garbage.
me finish the video, maybe we can come to a conclusion.
No, because we already got one,
Exactly.
and we're gonna agree to disagree,
You think you
brother.
know something.
But maybe I'm wrong. I'm just going to
Okay, how about
agree
that? Be humble
to
enough to say
disagree.
maybe you're wrong. How about we
Yeah.
just go to the end of what he's trying to say?
Nah, I'm done with this video.
Talk about it as a people.
Nah, I'm done with this one though.
See, that's what I'm saying. You don't even want to let him finish. It's a reason
Because,
why. I wonder why.
More conspiracy. More conspiracy.
Nah,
Mumble
conspiracy
jumble.
babble. I think you are a conspiracy. If you really want to understand it.
Stop doing that.
Stuck in slave, you're a slave.
Stop doing it.
That's basically all you know.